Welcome back to the Football Code, the home of deep football analysis, real data, and honest opinions. Here, we don't just talk about scores, we break down the stories behind them. From tactical evolutions, player performances, to those controversies the media avoids, we dig into what's really happening in football. So if you live for tactics, data-backed insights, and bold opinions, you're in the right place. Today's episode dives into one of the most debated stories at Stamford Bridge, João Pedro's shocking dip in form, and whether letting Nicolas Jackson go was Chelsea's biggest mistake yet. Let's break the code. Chelsea fans had high hopes when João Pedro arrived. After all, he helped the Blues lift the Club World Cup, a sign that something special might be brewing at Stamford Bridge. But fast forward to the Premier League season, and it's a different story. His form has dropped, the team looks blunt in attack, and fans can't help but notice. Since Nicolas Jackson left for Bayern Munich, Chelsea's chance creation has collapsed. So what's really happening? Did Chelsea make a mistake replacing Jackson with João Pedro? Let's dive deep into the data, tactics, and context behind the numbers to find out what's really wrong with Chelsea's new number 9. João Pedro joined Chelsea as part of a massive summer rebuild. He arrived with flair, energy, and a point to prove. The Club World Cup win made it look like he'd be the next star. But since the Premier League kicked off, his performances have been inconsistent. The early spark is fading. Fans see fewer goals, fewer chances, and an attack that looks toothless compared to last season. So let's back up the feelings with facts. In the Premier League so far, 9 matches played, roughly 760 minutes on the pitch. Goals and 3 assists, 5 direct goal involvements. His expected goals sit at around 1.6 and expected assists around 1.8. He averages just 1.3 shots per 90 minutes and roughly 1.2 key passes per game. On paper, not disastrous, but far from elite. It tells us João Pedro isn't missing lots of big chances. He's simply not getting them. Chelsea's system isn't feeding him high-quality opportunities. He often drifts wide or drops deep to link play. But that means he's rarely in the box when the final pass arrives. In short, he's creative, yes, but not dangerous enough in front of goal. And that's a huge problem for a striker leading a top 6 club. Now, let's widen the lens. Chelsea's attack overall isn't the same. Their team XG per match has dropped to about 1.6, mid-table level. They rank around 10th in the league for chances created from open play. That's shocking for a club with this level of investment. And it gets worse when you factor in creativity. Last season, Cole Palmer led Chelsea with more than 80 chances created. But this season, he's missed several games through injury. Without him, Chelsea's passing combinations look broken. Possession is slower, transitions are fewer, and João Pedro is often isolated up front, surrounded by defenders, and waiting for service that never comes. So when fans complain he's underperforming, remember, the system isn't giving him much to work with. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Nicolas Jackson. When Jackson was leading the line, Chelsea's attack looked sharper, the team pressed higher, created more chances, and transitioned with real pace. He wasn't the most clinical finisher, sure, but his energy and constant movement stretched defences wide open. He occupied centre-backs, dragged them out of position, and created pockets of space for players like Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto to attack the channels. When Jackson went out on loan to Bayern Munich, Chelsea lost that dynamic focal point, that striker who played on the edge of the last defender. Now, João Pedro is being asked to drop deep, link play, and almost act like a second midfielder. The result? Fewer runs in behind, fewer cutbacks into the box, and ultimately, fewer clear chances. But here's the key. It's not just Jackson's departure. Chelsea's creative midfield has gone quiet. With Cole Palmer injured and others struggling to find rhythm, the supply line has dried up. So while João Pedro is being criticised for low numbers, the truth is, he's starving for service. Now, let's dig deeper. 3 tactical reasons explain João Pedro's poor form. Positioning. He often drops into midfield to link play, leaving the penalty box empty. When Chelsea reach the final third, no striker is there to finish. Service quality. Chelsea create fewer progressive passes and through balls this season. That means João Pedro receives the ball with his back to goal, not in space to shoot. Rhythm and rotation. The constant squad changes, new manager, new signings, short pre-season, have disrupted chemistry. Attackers rely on instinct and timing. Right now, Chelsea lack both, so when you see João Pedro look lost, it's not just confidence, it's tactical confusion. Let's be honest, it's not fair to single out João Pedro. The data paints a balanced picture. His expected numbers match his output. That means he's performing as the system allows. Chelsea's problem lies deeper. Creativity from midfield has dipped. Final third decisions are slower. Injuries have broken attacking patterns. João Pedro looks like the symptom of a wider tactical illness. Until the system feeds him high-quality chances, crosses, cutbacks, and through balls, the goals won't come. The big question now, can Enzo Maresca fix it? His system values control and possession, but sometimes it kills attacking urgency. João Pedro isn't a natural false nine. He's a player who thrives near the goal, feeding off quick vertical passes. A few tactical tweaks could change everything. Push the wingers higher to stretch defences. With Palmer sidelined, Chelsea can shift creativity to the flanks, allowing young talents like Estevano and Facundo Buonanotte to drift inside and act as secondary playmakers between the lines. Encourage João Pedro to stay central and attack the near post like Jackson used to. These aren't major changes, but they could unlock the movement, intensity, and chemistry Chelsea's attack desperately needs. The talent is there. The question is whether Maresca can unleash it. So, did Chelsea get worse after selling Jackson? The numbers say yes, at least offensively. Jackson's energy created space, while João Pedro's link-up style hasn't translated to goals. But calling João Pedro a flop is too simple. He's adapting, learning the system, and needs better support from the midfield. If Chelsea can restore fluidity, João Pedro's output will rise, but until then, the difference between him and Jackson is painfully visible in the stats and on the pitch. What do you think? Did Chelsea downgrade, or is João Pedro just unlucky? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep tactical breakdowns, only here on the Football Code.